almost there. Keep watching here and you'll get to see the first batch of designs for one of the spaces in the 8-space candy machine for the Get What You Get designs. If you want to check out my other video about getting the candy machine into the tattoo shop here, feel free to do that, but after this video. For the first space in the candy machine, I had kind of what I think is an interesting idea. Instead of just doing the little like plastic bubbles that I've got in there right now, what I'm gonna do is fill it with D20s, 20-sided dice for used in like tabletop gaming, like Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer and all those things. And my idea is to pay, I guess, I don't know, $80 to start off, and it's probably going to move up to about $100 for the Get What You Get designs. You pay whatever that initial fee is, and if you don't like your design, you can pay another $20 or whatever to re-roll, or I guess try another capsule in all the other spaces that I'm going to have in there. But in this one in particular, you put your quarter in, and you're going to get a 20-sided die. And with that 20-sided die, I have 20 different Dungeons and Dragons themed designs. And you're going to roll the die that you get to keep, and that is how you're going to choose that design. But the weird part, I guess, would be the first design and the last design. They're all going to be numbered. So just like if you were playing a game with that die, the higher the number that you roll, the better the outcome. The larger and more complex the design is, the cooler the piece is going to be. So if you hit a 1 on your first roll, you're just gonna get a tiny little tattoo. You're kind of get punished for a bad roll. But if you hit a 20 on the first roll, you get this giant piece, super complex, tons of detail, super cool, easily a $350 or a $400 piece or more. And either of those two are only available on the first roll. So if they come up again, you just re-roll. But like I said, the better your roll, the better the design you get out of it. So if you play tabletop games, you should kind of be used to this sort of idea anyways. Sometimes you just let fate decide. But the one thing that I don't have in yet to make this work, I've got the candy machine over in the corner here. I've got all the little plastic bubbles. Everything is set up except the dice. I just need to get in the dice, and that is the only thing that's stopping us from working right now. As soon as I get those dice, it is on. I'm going to start lining people up for appointments, since Flying Eye Tattoo here is generally appointment only, unless there's something going on in the next space over, since the shop space is attached to kind of an art gallery with a bunch of other businesses in and around it. So like when they have an art show opening, the space between my shop and all of those other things is pretty open, so I just leave my door open and can take walk-ins during those events. It's sort of the same thing during concerts, since next to that space is a huge venue, has international bands coming through every single week, multiple times a week most of the time. Sometimes I can just keep my door open and there will be people coming through and I can take walk-ins then, or if I'm over there watching one of the shows and somebody mentions wanting a tattoo, you just come right back over here, do a tattoo. It's a pretty sweet setup. I'm definitely digging it a lot. But along with the D&D Flash, I've been painting and designing so much tattoo Flash here recently that I'm having a hard time keeping up with frames just to frame it all to hang it on the wall. I might actually start advertising openly that I'll take money off your tattoo if you just bring me like 9x12 or 11x17 frames when you come to get tattooed. But either way, I've been thinking about ways to have fun little experiences while you get your tattoo, like have the Get What You Get stuff. And I normally don't do a lot of stuff on Friday the 13th, but I did a Flash event on Friday the 13th just to partner with a charity event that was going on in the venue space next door. And some of the proceeds went to benefit the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which is definitely a good cause. It's something that a lot of people that I know personally have been deeply affected by. So it was worth putting the time in, sitting up here, and being able to help out a good cause. But anyways, back to the Get What You Get machine. I still have 7 more open spaces. And I'm just having trouble coming up with enough different categories for stuff that I would still also want to tattoo. to fill all of these spaces. I honestly think one of them is just going to be like different weird skulls. Maybe one with like plants, little like succulents and cactuses and like cute little things. I don't know. If you all have any ideas, absolutely let me know. What kind of Flash do you want to see? But I'm sure by this point you all want to see exactly what I was talking about with the Dungeons and Dragons Flash, so we can get to that now. So what do we think? I'm pretty excited about them. There are a bunch of those pieces in there that I will be stoked to tattoo, especially the Beholder, the little undead guy with his horn helmet and like the chainmail and all that stuff around him, the burning castle, hell, the Mimic. Super stoked to be able to get to tattoo that Mimic. I definitely want to do that piece. But for real, if you have any suggestions for Tattoo Flash that you would want to see in one of those little get what you get spots in my candy machine over here, definitely let me know. I'm racking my brain to try to figure out exactly what I should put in there. Leave me comments, email me, whatever. And of course, I'm always setting up appointments for tattoos here in Flying Eye Tattoo. So when you want your next piece, definitely get a hold of me through the booking page on ShaneSimmons.com, and we can do an online consultation and figure out all the details and then get you on the books for your new tattoo. But until next time, stay rad, y'all.